This is the 2025 Mercedes-Benz AMG GLE 53 Beast. So you must be driving this car as if you stole it. Hands down.
JoeteckTips, he's the man with the plan, guiding us through the digital land.
As soon as you go 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, it's considered criminal. It'll take a very, very long time to get out of this disaster you got yourself in. So if you're not 100% sure that you can handle an AMG and buy it and obey the law with it, then this is not the car for you. Do not get arrested. If you go 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, you will get arrested. You'll get arrested, points on your license, car impounded, you'll need an attorney. It'll be a disaster for you. This is the 2025 Mercedes-Benz AMG GLE 53 Beast. That is lackluster of bells and whistles. The steering wheel looks like it is, but it's really not. You just have your controls for the dashboard of what you want it to look like. You have OK, left, right, rewind. You get your home button for the other screen. You get your cruise control, which does not have dynamic cruise control. You either have it on or off. I find that stupid. You need only one button, which will be on. You press it again, it'll be off. So that's a waste of a button. Setting it, resuming, and cancel. On the other side is your phone controls, and below that is your controls for being sport or not, for the sound. So and that's pretty much it. And you have controls here for the sound if you want to go to Sport Plus and go to Pro, and that's pretty much it. I'm bringing the car back today. I'm done with the review. So this is I'm driving it like I stole it, just so you know. And when this light turns green, you're gonna hear it, because we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna go up to 40 miles an hour very quickly, because that's the speed limit. Here we go. There we go. You already we hit 48 miles an hour. I'm telling you the truth. The cost that you're paying for this car, the price, is for the engine and the support capability. That is it. There's nothing inside of this cabin that is exciting at all. I mean, it doesn't look all that exciting. I mean, I'm not, my daughter, who is 16, is very impressionable, and she said that the interior of this thing was nothing to really be, you know, concerned about it. It's like, oh, this your other car is so much nicer and it's 2 years older. And I was like, okay, thank you. I must say, when I first did the performance review, it was a knee-jerk performance review, being 100% honest with you. So now we're going to go through the features and things that it doesn't have. This car does not have dynamic cruise control. So you must be very, very careful when you're doing that with this vehicle, because it will crash into the car in front of you. It is whatchamacallit, it seems to be more elaborate than it actually is. So it's kind of it's a fake out per se, because it's making it look like it has a lot of doodads, but it truly doesn't. So the part that's interesting is the exhaust note. You have the ability to change the dynamics, the AMG dynamics feature, and the exhaust note of the exact exhaust. In other words, it changes the audio on how, not the internal stereo audio, but essentially the audio of how the exhaust note sounds. And those are the changes, or the modify. Like if you wanted to get that pop sound after every shift, every engine shift, because it does have 9-speed transmission. If you want to get that continuously, you would turn that on and you hear app, app, app sound effect, which is really cool. But when you're buying an AMG vehicle that is what you're, I mean, in a gasoline model, let me just make sure that I get that straight. In a gasoline model, that's what you'll be getting. In an AMG and an electric, it's a completely different animal. The AMG and electric is a freaking beast. This is a beast too, but it's lacking features that I wish it had, like dynamic cruise control, automatic lane like changing, like almost like a auto drive feature. You would think you'd be spending all this money on this vehicle, which is really interesting that I wasn't aware when I originally got it for review, is that I didn't know it was a hybrid, or, you know, an electric assist. Very mild, I would have to say, because there's nowhere in the menu system where you can actually check the status of the battery and how much power it's producing for to assist the gasoline engine. It's like very, very minimal. It is physically there. It does say it's charging. It does show that it's, you know, when you hit the brakes, the charge indicator goes up. When you do hit the accelerator pedal, but is it really happening? You know what I mean? I don't know. So yesterday when I took a drive to one of my CCW classes, I was able to achieve just about, I think it was 30 miles to the gallon. I think it was 29. I think I actually hit 30 in this car. So this is a six-cylinder inline-six 3.0 liter turbo, single turbo, electrically assisted. This is like when you're buying a gasoline AMG, you're not getting it for the bells and whistles. You're getting it for the engine and the performance that the vehicle has, because inside of this car is so noisy. If you don't care about, and you always have the music on, if that is your key factor, music cranking, and you don't want to hear the exhaust, even though it's not even set to be heard, it is still noticeable. The infotainment system, like every car now, has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and navigation, the typical very small screen. It's not as nice, I have to admit. It's not as nice as my EQE 350. The EQE 350 is more luxurious, more, and it's still performance. You just, I mean, if I go into sport mode, the thing turns into a rocket ship, because the electric motor is, you know, enhanced a little bit, and for performance wise. But in terms of comparing the EQE to an AMG of a gasoline line, it's totally different. It's like, it's not the same. So when you're in your mindset of buying a vehicle, an AMG, you're getting more of car performance than luxury. That's how I see it, because this is my first AMG, and I have to say, though, it's strictly 100% performance based, because it is. I mean, there's nothing that's the whole thing. All your controls, because on your steering wheel down here, on your steering wheel, you actually have controls for comfort, sport, and sport pro, and then turning on the exhaust popping when you shift, and that's all here on the controls on the steering wheel. You could change it on the fly. So the steering wheel looks advanced, but it's actually not. So I mean, it does have a lot of doodads, but it's a false pretense of making you think that, because of the extra things on here, the extra posts on the steering wheel. So I don't want to make this, do I like the car? Absolutely. Is it a performance beast? Absolutely. You get the 63, you upgrade yourself to a V8 and bi-turbo. So what I feel in this car every so often Actually, every time I at a stop light or a stop sign, when I hit the accelerator, I do feel lag, which is really strange. I mean, not really quite sure why, but I always feel some sort of a lag in the acceleration. That's just what I feel. It's really unfortunate that that's the case, but I do feel some sort of a lag in the acceleration. But once the thing is spooled up and the turbo is spooled up, this thing turns into an incredible rocket ship machine. It's insane. So right now we're in comfort. On the steering wheel, you have the ability to actually, these are not touch sensitive. Actually, they are buttons. So you can actually select on the screen, you could press it, and then you could go to sport, select what you want, sport, advanced, and then you have Sport Plus. But we've already did this on my last video on the performance review. So this is essentially an SUV sports car, and you're buying it for the fun of it, the fun driving experience, because it is truly 100% fun. And when you stick it in S Plus and Pro, you have full control of shifting, and it sounds very impressive. And we're going to get on Nichols Road here on Long Island, and you can hear the exhaust already. I actually put in that because we're going to take off because I want to accelerate past these people that are going 20 miles an hour in a 40. It's really not fun. This car will it's definitely a ticket car. You'll definitely get you a ticket because it's so much fun. You always want to drive quick. So let's so we're already at 70 miles an hour. We just took off. Seems like the new 55 is the new 70 miles an hour here in New York. But again, there's no reason to there's really no place to do. This vehicle does not belong on Long Island. It belongs on the Autobahn, because you can achieve, it's like you're not giving it where it needs to, you gallop and go full blast. So this is a very cool screen. This deserves a small little section of video just for this. This monitors in real time how much turbo, how much foot-pounds of torque and horsepower that is required to move the vehicle. I mean, it's pretty wild. So the torque can go up to 443 foot-pounds. The horsepower can go up to 429. And the PSI boost, I'm not even sure. That you're limited to 55 to 70 miles an hour. This machine is not breaking a sweat. It's like going, come on, hit the gas pedal a little harder for me, Joe. I need to go faster, because I'm not even breaking a sweat. You know what I mean? It's like having a, I don't know. It's not breaking a sweat. It's just driving really, very conservative, extremely conservative, especially if you buy the V8 bi-turbo, which is even more of a beast. So this is the entry-level beast. But nonetheless, as soon as you go into sport mode, the steering stiffens up, the suspension stiffens up, and it changes the whole characteristic of the vehicle. Now, mind you, this is not a 4MATIC. Actually, I think this is a 4MATIC. It's just not advertised. Usually you have the number first and then tells you what kind of transmission it is, like 4MATIC. It just says AMG GLE 5.3 or 4.3 or 6.3. But if you look it up online, it actually says 4MATIC. So it is an all-wheel drive vehicle. So I've actually spun. And in the menu system, there's no way to, let me just confirm. The info, you do have like a mouse pad type of device here, so your hands are away from the screen. So you have the ability to touch and look here, but you can just look, keep your eyes on the road, look down, and then use your hand to make changes without touching the screen, which is very interesting. So I'm going to go to settings here, and this doesn't show any information on like what I would like to see about the car. I mean, there are controls on how to configure the vehicle. There's no special cool lighting, like there's no LED lighting in this vehicle, none. There's nothing that there's no controls. Actually, the only light control that you have here is internal. It's headlamps, like daytime running lights, that's it. Interior lighting, locator lighting, interior light switch, and how long of a delay for the lights to turn off. That's it. And then the ambient light, which is, I mean, like I told you, I said there was very, very little. There's only cabin lighting. It's not like it's screaming, lighting. There are color stuff, color effects and whatnot, but it's just not quite the same as my EQE 350. Far from it. So we have color. We have a choice of, let's see how many, 64 colors, but it's strictly just the back seat and the front seat and the front dash, but nothing too out of the normal. I didn't think there was any lighting in here at all. Any ability of lighting or whatever. So it looks like there's greeting, climate, colors, multicolor animation, and track pace. I outspoke. My apologies. I'm just on my way to a location. But the one thing that this does not have is dynamic cruise control. There's no button on the steering wheel to select dynamic cruise control and how far away you want the car to track. That does not exist in this car. So if you're using cruise control, you will crash in front of the car if you're not careful. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's a performance car. You're not looking for all the cool, luxurious options in a sports car. They're secondary. Primary is performance. And that's that. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
In a world of lights and bits, where tech can make us trip, there's a guru with a knack for every digital tip. JoeteckTips the name, he's the one you'll seek. From gadgets to software, he's the one you'll meet. So if your tech's in a tangle, don't you fear. JoeteckTips here, let his advice draw near. With his help, you'll surely find in this digital world peace of mind. JoeteckTips, he's the man with the plan, guiding us through the digital land. With his wisdom and his wit, every tech woe will surely fix it.